Welcome back as we talk about everything drag. If you followed along, you know I've been teaching you the ins and outs and everything you need to know about becoming a drag queen. And if this is your first time stumbling upon my page, definitely follow me so that you can keep up as we go along. If you saw my last video, it explained what drag is. Drag queen, to be exact. If you haven't watched that, go see my last video. Moving right along and no further ado, today we're going to talk about how to get started in drag. The first step is to figure out your personal concept, meaning your persona or aesthetic, if you will. You can obviously do this within the privacy of your home. Remember, drag can be any form of artistic expression, which plays with gender and stereotypes. So your goal doesn't need to be realistically impersonating someone else's gender. So whether you're interested in being a beauty queen, like I categorize under, comedy queen or spooky queen, a club kid, or anything else in between, you'll need to invest in time and funds in learning how to use, wear, and apply some combination of the following: makeup, wigs, outfits, high heels, body padding and prosthetics, nails, and lashes. All of this gear can be expensive. So the thriftier you can be, the better. You become more skilled by being more self-efficient. You don't depend on nobody, and you'll always find a way to get around something, even if you don't have all the money in the world. It also gets you to be more creative, to kind of implement and come up with different ideas as you go along. Along the way, you're gonna find that maybe you are that skilled where like you could sew your own stuff. Maybe you'll get some hand-me-downs if you kind of find a drag family, which we'll talk about in another series, another video of what that all involves and how it comes about. But along the way, sometimes you'll come across things that's going to help you along your journey. But otherwise, expect to invest a good amount of money. Like, for example, wigs, they can start at $100 or more. We're not talking about your everyday wig that's on Amazon where, it's just for like basically Halloween or cosplay, that kind of thing, but more professional looking wigs. Makeup alone can cost thousands of dollars. But there are tips and tricks and shortcuts and ways to save as you go along. From my experience, YouTube is going to be your best friend. You can start by looking up your favorite performers, watch how they do their hair and makeup tutorials, then you build your skills and fine tune it. Once you pick up some extra knowledge, some techniques that maybe you didn't know previously, you start to implement it in your next look when you're ready to step out the house. So now you're ready to leave the house. Okay, so maybe the first time won't be you getting in drag to go and see drag shows, or maybe it will. At some point, it's going to be both. But when you're ready, or when you're ready to do a little more research, I recommend that you look up your local bar or your local drag performing bar or club and go and see a drag show. You might have already done this aside from deciding to do drag, but if you haven't, you definitely want to do that. That serves on more than one level. You're going to not only pick up on knowledge and techniques and start to mingle and get comfortable, but you're also supporting your local community and your local queens who are performers, which is very important. If you don't live in a community that welcomes and has drag, like drag shows, then social media is going to be your best friend. Start to build your presence online if that's the case. It doesn't have to be huge. Then you can reach out to queens in your local area. In this case, like your nearest city, because you don't have drag that goes on in your own city. Now we have, the beauty of TikTok and the beauty of YouTube, and we have all these things that back in the day they didn't have. So you get to utilize all these social media resources, and you can educate yourself for the most part, but you definitely want to get out there as soon as possible and start to kind of view it from the customer's point of view, as well as eventually and hopefully you being the performer so that you can understand it from both sides. That's when you're going to start to develop what the customer wants to see and what you need to deliver when you're on stage, and kind of start to build not only your confidence but what it takes and what you need to do in regards to being a good performer. I hope this helped. We're going to leave it there. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.